Okay.
Sorry, cat. Cat.
That's fine. Are we waiting for Meg? I'm guessing we are.
I think so.
Oh, dude, Marcel,
Yes, that's me.
I don't know if I told you how lucky me and Meg got with one of the cards that I got from my spirit deck on Magic the Gathering.
Mm-hmm. What did you get?
Geist of Saint Traft. We got it for $25. And this
That's not
card's
bad.
going for like well over 900.
Yeah. No, wait. You did tell me. You did tell me when
Oh,
we
I
were
did. Oh, we did the play. We did the play the other night,
Yes.
of course.
paladining. Yes.
Oh, that reminds me. I should actually do my daily login later.
Daisy.
Okay.
You can roll the
so,
dice.
this evening we will not be having Cassius and Altair because they're going to a birthday party. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
And Wally
I
was.
think we're allowed to sing the happy birthday song. Copyrighted.
Yeah, I didn't know that until not too long ago, and I was like, what? That's
Yeah.
a thing?
Yeah, copyright, man.
Yep.
Had no idea.
You gotta do it slow, like Marilyn. Okay.
Birthday to
Okay. Wait. I don't know if that really works. I mean, like the 3 people who watch the stream don't want it censored. Okay. So.
We're live. Hello, stream.
Yes.
Hello, people.
They might have forgotten about us because we've not been on for a month.
Hi.
Easy,
It's
you're
been a
on
while.
the internet. She's excited.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Technical question for the future. How comfortable are you guys with being on camera, like me?
100%. Do I need to wear a shirt?
Oh, I'm not wearing
Some guessing
pants.
PJs.
Okay, no.
Yeah, I'm also wearing PJs.
We should all get matching animal onesies.
My onesies are back
Won't we
home.
get like
I have a giant
Different?
unicorn
onesie?
We've got
We
Meg.
can all be
different
pink
ones.
We can
animals
all
then.
be a zoo, and then we don't have to pay for it.
Menagerie. We can be all of my wild shapes.
Oh gosh,
Okay, well we all.
Marcel can call
I'm
it
not dressing as a
Marcel's
spider.
menagerie.
That sounds icky somehow. Okay. But anyway, that's what we'll do next session. Wow. Not a word to get wrong. It's gonna go well, people. Okay.
We got this.
Easy, you're gonna be on camera.
Alright, so I have not made you a landing screen yet. Because even though it's been a month, anyway. So, who remembers what happened last time?
I
We
was a
were
spider.
in the room.
Well done.
Oh, I wasn't a
Okay.
spider.
So for once, I think I can supply the answer.
Yay! Go ahead.
You got this, I believe.
We were at the temple, and we found out that we would need to go to. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just bring my notes up. We would have to go to 2 different places if we wanted to see seers. It depends on which god we want to. No, not this one. Okay, give me 2 seconds. It's right here. Okay.
Going well.
So, we can go to Thessantina to see Nicoletta, or we can go to Pandomnos or Palatreia.
Alright, visual aids.
Okay, and
you are
then-
here.
As we were in the temple, Cassius changed to Cassandra. And what's very funny, Amrit had a little fit because someone touched his amulet, or he touched his amulet.
Catches.
Someone touched me.
Yes, it was Yaku who tried to touch his amulet. Okay. Then we went to the effigy builder, Petra and Caroctus. Petra is a very interesting lady. She's a statue, and we found out Caroctus pissed off the goddess of love and is now stuck with her. And she's very stabby.
It has a non-human
Respect.
soul.
Crushy more than
And-
stabby.
They have a job for us, which we are now currently doing. We need to get a statue out of the Colosseum, and there's also a monster that we can collect payment for, which is where we headed. We're looking for Kimon Panakis or Spiro. Which one is the father and which one is the son?
Oh god, let me double check.
Kimon or Spyro.
Yes.
Kimon or Spyro, yeah.
So
But in the end, it doesn't matter because they look the same.
so you need to find the statue of Kimon Panakis, who is the great grandfather of Spyro.
Alright.
Dragon?
And then and we'll get 900 silver pieces for that. We used Croctus's cart and donkey. The donkey's name is Impediment because,
Because Marcel's funny.
stuff.
Thank you.
And
This is Petra.
and then we made our way to the old Colosseum. I flew ahead and we made our way inside. So we got inside. Wally, you are tapping away so loudly. When we got inside, there were two rooms. The one had a giant mirror and the other had a door, and I was listening to what was happening on the other side of the door. And Yaku's character's name again?
Altair.
Altair was chasing a jewel across the ground because it was very funny. And Amron has been asking us all about ourselves because he wants to write a book about us.
Cass used the fates to determine. Queen of the Stars tells Cass that we have to go through the mirror, and there's weird ghost things on the other side. On
Yes.
the door. Not ghosts, people pretending to be. Well, something pretending to be a ghost.
Yes, he used comprehend languages, which doesn't unfortunately tell you which language it is. You just magically
No.
understand it. And it is people speaking a language that's not common. And they are...
Or undercommon for that fact.
So, yeah, there's only a couple of languages remaining. Anyway, so let's get going. Who remembers how to play? It's been a while. It's fine.
Wally didn't even remember what platform we use.
We click
what
the
side am I
buttons.
opening
I
again?
can roll initiative.
I think that's a good start.
It's the calculator app. Okay.
You joke. I swear I will. I'll type ooh.
But that one goes higher than 1, my friend.
And I don't have to roll.
Yes.
I might just need a calculator for my rolls.
Okay. Anyway, so you're in the ruined arena. You've discovered that the way up the stairs have been blocked by debris that's fallen for a long time ago. There's some kind of little medical area here where you found a potion or two. The door closed behind you. Impediment the donkey is outside with the cart, including your tag-alongs, the young satyr and the owlin wizard.
Didn't we leave them at the...
In.
We left them at
You
the...
left them at the inn and told them to be careful of Petra. Yes, we're
Yes.
with the program. Thank you. Okay.
Does anybody want to take a bet on if we'll be having owlin pie when we eat?
I would be very angry.
All right.
Not a fan. Have to admit.
It's very bony.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I feel like Petra is gonna smush that little satyr.
Well, that's
And it
That
wouldn't
is
be
also
Owl and
true.
Tyler, would it?
Yeah, but I mean, she's equally innocent.
technically that would be a goat, you know, kind of goat, half goat. Never mind. That's not
We're gonna
important
have
right
roast goat and pigeon pie for dinner.
now. Yeah,
Huh.
she'll make a nice hat.
Sure.
Anyway, there is the stone slab door over here, from which you can hear the booing, ghostly booing, with occasional comments and notes on how to improve the booing. And over here is the glass door or mirror that shows the room almost as it is, although everything reflected doesn't look dilapidated and ruined, and there was a set of keys in the reflection.
And we have no weapons.
Yes, in the reflection you don't. Yeah. Thank you.
Huh.
You mentioned potions over here.
Yes, Altair picked them up as a potion of healing and another unidentified potion. The door over here is a stone slab, doesn't seem to have any hinges, or there's no cracks on either side, so you can't really peer through it. The only thing is in the middle of the rectangular shape is a rectangular indent, about 20 centimeters by 10 centimeters in dimensions.
Very
Does it
specific.
look to be like for a specific key or something that we might recognize?
Nothing you've seen yet.
Yet. Got
Can
it.
I take a look at the door that's showing reflections?
Yes, please.
If I lean to the side and just kind of peer through, is it possible to kind of do we get a straight shot look at the door at all, or does it show anything showing on that side?
Okay, firstly, you sure I missed you. Secondly,
Hi.
as
Miss you guys. Love you guys.
as everybody steps out of the way, you get a straight shot look at that door. Absolutely. And in that rectangular space is a little slab that seems to be a carving of a face with its mouth open. The man with a beard.
No.
I describe it, what I'm seeing,
It's not
to everyone.
Meg, it is not the green one from the Temple of Doom.
Please, att only Vieni.
No, it's not that one. No. Okay.
It was traumatizing enough.
Is that the one from the Chamber of Secrets?
That's the one with Snakey. No, it's
Calm
not.
down, Riddle.
It's not quite like that. It's more like, you know, like the old, those water bottles had that design on it. Volpair, something.
You mean the dude with kind of like a bearded face who looks
Yes.
like kind of like a flowing hair
That's it. Like
and a
that.
shocked look in his eyes, like oh shit, and then water jumps out of his mouth like one of the fountains.
I love
Absolutely
how
like
you
that.
had to verbally describe shock.
What is the
I had to
equivalent
do
of
that.
Neptune in this world?
Equivalent of Neptune in this world? That's a very good
Or
question.
Poseidon.
Don't eat my books.
Sorry.
No, there's a packet there next to these books.
Eat the box. Eat all the box.
No.
I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Sure,
I've got
you
a
must
little terror
leave.
who's on that side over there.
What are you doing?
Okay.
He's also
No.
eating all the things.
What's that?
So it.
Looks like a
It's a
little
nice-
plastic. You
Oh,
cannot be
is it
eating
this guy?
everything you want. It's a sweet. She's eating a spur sweet.
Okay.
This is lovely.
Father like son, daughter.
Okay. People, focus. D&D time.
Yes.
Sorry, I was scared she was gonna choke to death.
It's
There's a
fine.
little terror at the moment.
There is, oh, Goddess of the Tide, sedation.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Okay.
Okay, so it's clearly not her then. It doesn't look like she has a beard.
Well, let's not judge. Okie dokie, people. What-
Okay, so I have the keys.
Yes, you do.
Yes. I want to see if in the mirror there is a keyhole.
So as you bring your hand closer to the surface of this mirror, I need you to make a insight check, please.
Oh no. And where's my character sheet? Yeah. Okay. No, I've gone out of my character sheet again. Why is this happening to me?
It's okay.
In fact, there we go.
Wow. Okay. So
Oh,
even
sweet.
even though you feel nothing, you don't even feel the weight of the keys in your hand. You intuit it enough to kind of roughly guess where a keyhole is, and you turn your wrist, and you hear a click from the mirror, and the reflection fades completely. The door becomes stone again, and swings open.
Hey, nicely done.
Is it again?
Okay, so straight ahead of you, you can see there is a staircase leading up. There's also a little plinth here with a figurine about 30 centimeters tall. I cannot think in inches today, so that's what we're going with.
Why would you think in inches? Sis, man.
It's okay, Marcel. Keep going.
I've lost my whole story now.
I'm sorry.
It was a plinth.
Yes, plinth. Yes, on top of the plinth is a little statuette of whatever inches that is. It is of a fighter, a gentleman with a pike and a feathered helm. He's only wearing a rudimentary loincloth, and his torso is exposed, very muscular.
Does it look familiar at all?
No, you've never seen him before. As far as you're concerned, random gladiator. I'm not going to let you roll for that because it's your character's not been here, so it's not going to be a thing. Okay.
Would I know it from my gladiatorial background?
Oh, yes, you're a gladiator. I'm thinking Lilu. This is
I
going
was
well.
about to ask, would I know it from traveling?
No, make a history check for me. This is going...
No?
We're just history. Yes, sorry, history from Amaya.
Oh,
In case you're
dear.
curious, it's 11.81 inches.
Thank you.
Nice.
Unless it's coal.
Straight. Oh, dear. Oh, ignore the guidance. That was me setting up my character sheet. That's a 10.
That's a 10. So, thank you, Dice, for supporting my earlier thing. You don't know him. He looks like a random gladiator.
Reminds me of someone I've seen before, but
Reminds me of a
don't
statue
think
I
I've-
saw once or twice.
I don't think I've fought against this one.
Okay, before we go through here, can we just confirm we cannot open this door at the end, right?
No. This door opens now. This is what
Okay.
happened now.
But the other stone one?
It's still closed.
Maybe we'll find whatever
we
fits
wanna
in there
Try
here.
push it? Or, like, do we try brute force? Or do we just go through the mirror?
I mean, I'm not that strong, but I can give it a try.
No. So, let me clarify. This door opened.
Yeah. We're gonna check
Yeah.
this one first.
Oh,
I have
right.
a question.
Yes.
In the rubble here, are there any small spots to wiggle through?
Please make a investigation check.
And the pike, what shape is it? The tip of it.
It is pointy.
It's
Triangularly pointy?
No, it's like at this scale, it's like a heavy-duty toothpick.
Okay, so it's not that it might fit into a keyhole.
No, you don't know.
You don't know. You don't know his life.
Okay, Tori. Looking at the rubble there, it seems like the floor above, or at least whatever is above here, caved in as well. So it is well and truly shut. In your raven shape, you won't make any great progress. Plus, ravens aren't really burrowing animals. Although
You don't know my life.
that could be awesome. The home of
Maybe
the...
I decided to make a burrow instead of nets.
That would make them even creepier.
Hmm.
Can you imagine if you're
Random
like
blackbirds
walking-
sprouting from the ground.
I know, right? Like you're walking somewhere and then out of nowhere, just like I don't know.
The land of the ground ravens. That's going to be a thing.
Anyway, before we go through this door, can we investigate this door properly?
Okay, yes.
Is everybody in agreement, or do we just want to go through the? Maybe I should ask. Does everybody
I
just want to go?
did
through?
investigate the door and I got a really high investigation and I found nothing. I just heard the voices, which is why I asked Cassandra to come and listen.
But is there any? Did we check if it can open? Like, can we open it?
I
I'm
checked.
trying to push it. Just because I'm curious. I wasn't here the last session, so having heard Carmen mention something about check the door, Amaya's checking the door.
Side note, say hello to Z in the chat.
Z!
Yeah.
Z, you beautiful bastard.
Hello.
Anyway, yes. So, looking at the door, it seems to be solidly in the wall. There is, so if you look at it sort of sideways on, there is a narrow, maybe 2 millimeter gap between the wall and the door, but the door is bigger than the opening, if that makes sense. It doesn't sound like it makes sense, but hopefully that makes sense.
So in other words, it slides
Yes.
away
Slides
or
away.
backwards.
Yeah,
Yes.
you won't tell which way it slides until it opens. But from here you
Could a
can't tell.
spider fit through there?
No. So it's basically airtight at the moment.
Ha. I will make note of the gap that I see. And
Okay.
then if I try to push the door,
Make a strength check.
oh, that's not going to end well. Nope.
Okay, with all your gladiatorial might, you push. And
This
you
is not Lilu.
nearly break a nail.
I discreetly wipe my hands against my trousers and quietly walk back to where I was standing behind Carmen, shrugging. Don't want to budge.
Okay, just so everybody's clear, if I illustrate, that blocks the wall. This block is the other side of the wall. This is the gap. The door is like this. I hope that makes sense. That looks gnarly.
Yeah,
that makes more sense now that I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that weirdly worked. Thanks. Okay, anyway, moving on. So, this chamber.
Right, well, I'm gonna take this little statue and we go forward.
Okay. Yeah, so as you go forward, it's kind of dark in here. They, as you recall, there were torches that lit themselves in this room when you entered. Here, it goes into darkness. There's some light coming from the top of the staircase, enough to see the statue by, but this route, which is blocked by a door, and this other route are in darkness. So here's another door, here's a hallway, and here's the staircase.
Can I hear anything from the other side of the door like I did with the other one?
Perception check, please. Okay,
What is the star, by the way?
that is the statue.
Um,
That's the plinth of the statue. Okay, listening at the door, you can hear very distant sound. It sounds like the creaking of chains swinging in the wind. Nothing much else. However, as you guys all step forward, you can hear another voice going, "Boo, boo," somewhere in this room.
we can't see them though.
Nope, but it's coming from this room.
I'm gonna try and sneak around the corner.
Make a stealth check. Okay. 16. Are you in heavy armor?
I shouldn't be, but I'll fix it now, don't worry.
Okay. Armored ravens. We are making great things. Okay.
Sounds
And
like
as
some
I do,
rose
I'm
wings.
gonna create the illusion of blinding lights spring up in the room as I sneak around the corner.
The room where the sound came from.
Yes.
Okay. So as you walk down that side, I'm trying to keep as quiet as possible. The floor is quite dirty. You would have expected an abandoned arena to be full of dust, soot, anything. It's full of trodden mud. There's discarded bits of wood and canvas and all sorts of things everywhere. This place has been lived in. There's also the strong smell of standing water coming down the hallway you're entering. So as you creep around the corner, with the limits of your dark vision, you can see there seems to be some kind of circle drawn on the floor here. There are several scuff marks, and near the center of the shape, there seems to be runes carved, scratched in mud, and something red and dried, in some kind of configuration. And in the middle of this configuration, as you deploy your lights, is a ghost. It's about 3 foot high, in a ragged, dirty white sheet. 2 eye holes cut in, and its arms raised above it, which was going to go ooh, but it is now covering its eyes. And it flees down this way. Slamming a door behind.
I'm just gonna immediately start investigating what I'm assuming is blood, but I could be wrong. And I'll just call over my shoulder. Well, I scared the ghost off, so if you guys want to come back here, you're welcome.
Did we all hear the door slam?
Yes.
Sorry.
Can Amron try and feel if the closest door is open?
Guys, can you give me 1 second?
One.
Sure. I don't think ghosts slam doors, though.
I think the
Just a thought.
sheet gives it away as not a ghost.
I don't think anyone else saw that.
Fair enough.
If the
Amaya
ghost
kinda-
is strong enough, it can surely slam doors. This must be a very powerful ghost indeed.
Curious. Which way did it go?
That way, and she kind of points at the door. But don't
Hello.
you think these marks are odd?
Sorry, hello.
Welcome back.
What did I miss?
We're discussing ghost oddities, and I left a flower in place of where the statue was taken.
Okay. Number 1, good to know. Amron, you asked about the door. Please make an investigation check. And then I'm guessing Tori and Amaya that you were trying to figure out what this thing on the floor is. Oh my god, Amron.
Oh, but
Oh,
Told you, but it's not a nat 1 though.
Ollie.
He rolled a
I'm
3.
so proud of you.
You are unlucky. Oh, okay. So, listening at this door, looking at the lock and the doorknob and the keyhole, You come to the conclusion that this door is absolutely impenetrable. There's no way of
No.
opening it. I mean, only if it had a knob and a keyhole. Anyway,
That's what she said.
I'm
I wish.
gonna summon my hammer and
What the?
smash the door.
Okay.
Like, smash
The
at
door
it.
is impenetrable.
Trying to feel how solid it is.
Okay.
Sorry, I just want to check. Did somebody take the statuette?
Yes.
Yeah, Amron.
Amron has it.
Cool.
Okay, Amron, make an attack, and then Tori and Amaya, please make a investigation check.
Wow. Thank
Oh
goodness it's
dear.
a door.
Okay, so
Hey.
you kind of miss the swing slightly. Wow. Okay, so 8 on the door. You kind of mistime the swing, and you land it solidly on a nice solid part of the wood
Oh my love.
of the
Roll.
wooden door that's made out of wood. Yeah, it seems solid. It seems to wobble in its hinges as you do that. Yep, pretty impenetrable.
Oh, magic this place has. These doors are incredibly sturdy.
Can
Um,
I cast Mage Hand
Yes, of
and
course.
use the Mage Hand to turn the knob?
Yes, you can. Okay, so what does your mage hand look like?
Good question. I haven't actually thought about it. Do you know what? I'm gonna go with the hair motif, and I'm gonna make it fluorescent pink.
Okay. So, as your fluorescent pink hand drifts past Amron, its fingers delicately grip the knob, turn it, and open the door that wasn't locked.
well, I believe that settles it. It simply just requires some force to negate the magic, and there we go.
Yes, I'll thank Amron very much. You know, for loosening the door handle for me.
Great.
Perhaps I scared the ghost away from that was holding it.
Probably yes.
Well, we open the door this side. Should we follow you first and then come back?
Do be careful. Lots of ghosts running around, and they seem to be quite strong.
Mm-hmm. We're
Trying to
figuring out
not
this
mimic
first,
a
but
British
I don't know.
accent.
Are we splitting up? Do we split up? Splitting up seems bad.
Yeah, I'm kind of
we
hoping that we should stick
Decipher anything
together.
off of this floor?
I was going to get to that. Okay, so on the floor,
Sorry, I just want to know before we split up or not split up. Like,
might be useful. Okay, so Tori got 20, Amaya got 17. The floor is some kind of arcane configuration. There are runes. It looks like a summoning circle of some kind. There is bits of dirt and bright red something that dried on the floor. You'll know that blood does not dry into bright red.
can I touch it and bring it to my nose to smell if it's paint?
It is dry. It's been here for a while.
I lick it.
Okay, it tastes like crushed beetles or whatever they make paint from here.
Amaya takes a wary step away from Tori as she licks whatever was on the floor. I'm gonna take
She
another
doesn't lick
look
the floor.
around.
She does that
Yeah, but the
typical
stuff was on the
Sherlock
floor.
Holmes thing, and then she like licks her finger. Oh, paint. Very clever.
Anyway, there is a curtain over here obscuring another space, and this is the door the ghost escaped through.
Can I
I
tell? Sorry.
No, go for it.
I want to tell more. I want to know more about these ruins. Like, what's their nature or what they were trying to summon.
Arcane, Arcana check, please. Arcane check. When's season 2
boy.
coming?
In middle next year.
Thank you.
Ta-da!
17. Okay. You can see that this is finely crafted gibberish.
Oh gosh.
This ain't magic.
Tori nods along like, yes, wow. Very, very fine magic, this is. Someone worked real hard to put these on the floor here, and you know, might even have worked if they had the right sacrifice.
Amaya kind of just narrows her eyes, nods, and stays. Makes sure that she walks around, not touching any of the red.
Yeah, don't go in that circle, you might activate it, as I said.
Definitely doesn't touch any of the red things.
I love how this accent went from posh, English, cockney.
I keep forgetting, because it was Cockney when we started, and I keep forgetting what I'm doing, so it just like cycles through whatever my mind is on at that point. Because it was really bad Cockney when we started, and so I was like, this is gonna be real annoying, but we're sticking to it, because Marcel said we must.
My fault.
Okay.
Totally.
Can I poke the curtain and then poke my head around to see if there's anything on the other side?
Okay. You poke the curtain. It reacts exactly like a curtain. And then when you
Well, that's disappointing.
poke your head around, there is a little door, a little room.
Maya, look.
You found the ghost?
No, but I might have found where maybe it was hiding, or its secret lair.
Oi, governor.
Or
Nothing. It's just-
I'm channeling my birds. Let me channel my birds.
Making my way to where Tori is, I'm just going to do a general glance around the room. I'm trying to see if in general, I'm keeping an eye out, but I'm kind of looking for anything that would fit the description of that 20 centimeter
All right.
rectangle
Okay.
that you were saying would fit into the other door.
Okay, so first thing about this little room, it seems to be a place where there were bits of equipment and clothing hung long ago. The little racks and things have been repurposed to dry meat of some description. There is bits and bobs, little bits of detritus, and I need you to make an investigation check to see if there's anything else.
Both of us, or just Amaya?
Both of you, please.
Okay.
Okay, so 18.
Are you coming, Carmen?
I guess.
Oh, this is going to end well. Okay.
I don't like splitting up, but I also don't like Amron being on his own with his nap for once.
I'll be fine. Or at least he will think he'll be fine. Okay.
Exactly.
So,
Destiny and all that.
Tori and Amaya quickly. Tori 18, Amaya 12. Amaya, you find that in between all of this stuff, there seems to be a scroll wedged between some dried goat parts. It seems to be a magic scroll with a spell on it. And Amaya, you find wedged in the corner, around some discarded clothing, a fan, like a, Chinese fan. You can open up.
Huh.
What spell is it?
Okay, Arcana check, please.
Please don't fail me now.
16. It's a scroll of bliss.
Ooh.
Question. Would Amaya, knowing what kind of a room this was,
Mm-hmm.
does she know if there are any, cubbies or areas where fighters would have put things away? Because she would have known, like, going into any kind of combat, you would have obviously like left stuff in certain places, but if there was any kind of like hidey hole that you would know
Okay, that is a
built into these areas.
yeah. So that's a great question. This, based on your knowledge of arenas and things, this is a sort of locker room area for the gym. So this is where you drop your civilian clothes and stuff. You wouldn't actually leave weapons here. Because this area out here is a little sparring area for practice. The weapons room would be somewhere deeper in the complex.
Huh. Oh, I don't think we'll find much here. Maybe we should catch up with the others before that ghost finds them?
Yeah, perhaps.
Meanwhile,
Ben, where'd you go?
okay,
Sorry, I just want to double check that I understand Mage Hand here. It doesn't disappear until I tell it to, right?
yes,
Okay, perfect. In which case it's staying. And
okay,
then I've clarified, but I can't send an image on. But anyway, it kind of looks like frosted glass,
okay,
but it's pink.
okay, and it's currently standing on your shoulder like
Yes, like it.
it. Yes, I always mix
What
up.
is it? No, sorry, thing.
I always mix the two up. I don't know. The one that's not
Yeah.
hair.
That one. Yeah. And they should watch. Have you ever watched the movie Idle Hands?
No.
You should. Anyway,
Okay.
like
Yes.
that hand.
I remember.
Yeah.
Mm.
Pre-microwaving. The hand pre-microwave.
Okay.
Nice.
Amrin casts Fireball.
Oh,
What?
So I just want to get everyone's attention.
Okay. Where are you casting Fireball?
No, I was just kidding.
Okay. That's your free kidding spell, Fireball. Joker, you've now played it. You can't do that for the rest of the game, because next time I'm going to ask you where.
But if I don't have the spell?
Then that doesn't work.
Alright,
Killed me with logic there. Haha. Okay, so
I promise this is the last time this minute that I'll interrupt someone. But when we're sitting next to each other, our names are Carmemron.
wow,
It's fantastic.
Commemorate.
Like we've merged into one name. It's terrible.
Okay, so as Commemorate walk down this long hallway. It looks clear. It's quite dark. How is your dark vision, people?
120 and magical.
Excellent, yes.
Okay. Oh yes, and of course, the worshipper of the goddess of night. You can see.
Yes, I do. I have 60 feet.
All right. So you follow the corridor and find a little workshop area. Here, the first thing you notice is somebody's been rummaging around here. There are bits of broken chariot wheels, slices of armor, rusted weapons. There's also some equipment here and there that's been rifled through, and I need both of you to make an investigation check.
Ooh.
Hey.
What time
Just
of day
hoping
is
for
it,
some
by the
medium
way?
armor.
Okay, I need one question at a time. Sorry, because I heard. Yeah, sorry. Let's start with Amron. What's your question first?
No. I was just gonna roll and say hoping for some medium armor.
Oh, sorry. Sure. And then Cameron.
No, that's in that one.
Okay. We're gonna get to Amron in a second. Cameron. What was your question?
Oh my gosh. A -1.
Oh, we still daylight. Technically. Oh, it's still daytime.
You can't tell.
Okay.
It should be morning. Okay, so Cameron, with a 21, you see some valuable equipment right over there. As you walk towards it, you can hear Amron move, and as his foot goes over some debris, there is a clink, and then a bear trap snaps around his ankle. You take 14 points of piercing damage.
Damn.
No.
So that's 13.
Guys, I can't heal.
There is currently listening for ghosts.
That one was unpleasant. I believe I found a trap. He grits his teeth loudly. And he's gonna try and pry it open.
Okay, so I need you to make a strength check. Meanwhile, Cameron, seeing this, you find some stuff. What's your focus, the stuff or the bear trap?
Wait. I can use cutting action. Can you disarm a trap that's already been set off?
Technically, no. It's been disarmed by his foot.
Okay.
And
so
I nearly got defooted.
I can't undo the trap using disarm.
No, so it's spring-loaded at the moment. It needs,
Actual physical force, damn it.
yes. Strength check,
Oh.
13. Amron, you force it open just enough to free your foot quickly as it snaps closed. You are bleeding. It is painful.
Okay, I'm gonna call out for help, I guess. I'll run back down the passage and call for help.
Okay.
Healer needed.
I'm quite alright. I can handle this. No need for alarm. And I will use Wither and Bloom on myself.
Okay, so you invoke both death and life upon a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point within range. Each creature of your choice. The area must make a constitution saving throw, taking 2 necrotic damage. Okay, you want to use the hit dice bit.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not withering Cameron, are you?
No.
Okay. Right. No problem.
Sorry,
Cameron, just stand still.
Life out of self.
That's okay. I'm fine now. I'm fine.
That's an 11 plus my modifier, which is 3, so that's 14.
Noise.
That's all
So
right.
I'm back to full.
Well done. Okay, and you now have a disarmed bear trap. Plus, as you recover, Cameron points out there is loot around. There is a pike and a trident. These 2 weapons. Those 2 weapons are intact. Everything else is rusted beyond usefulness. There's also 4 pitons, or however you say that. They're always uncomfortable to say. I don't know why.
Spell it, please.
Pitons.
Thank you. I wasn't checking. I was just googling.
Oh, right. So it's things you hammer into things, and then enough little bits to put together one set of tinkerer's tools.
Yeah, it's something. It's worth something.
I just want to check. Pike and tridents are both long range and melee weapons, right?
Yes, long reach. Yes.
I think the trident you can throw.
Oh yeah.
Can you throw a pike?
No. That's why you need a javelin for that sort of thing.
Okay, yes.
Well, you can throw it at least once.
Mm.
Okay, the pike is 2-handed.
So you'll have to put your back into the throw.
Yeah, but also as a rogue, having a 2-handed weapon
Yeah. So
is
yeah.
bad.
So a pike is not really great for throwing because it's so long it doesn't keep its shape. So it's kind of like throwing a pool noodle.
I was being sarcastic. Okay.
Oh, well done. Sorry. Okay, so yes, there is a door, another stone door blocking the way down here.
All right.
Okay.
All right. That was very uncomfortable as the kind of like the illusionary, like nature magic kind of like dissipates slowly, and all his wounds around his leg heal up. Well, 2 weapons. Found myself a trap. Can probably try and throw it at someone's head. Then some
Multitasking.
bits and bobs and a dead end.
Yeah, the pittons and the hammers. So the pittons are like, if I understand correctly, they're like little spiky things for ladders and stuff, or
Yes.
ropes or whatever. Okay.
Yes.
Tenting. For tenting.
Yeah, I mean, they could be. You can use them for a tent. Usually, what you use them for in D&D.
Climbing.
Well, in D&D context, if there's a pressure plate, a piton is a perfect thing to hammer in to stop the pressure plate activating.
I have never used a piton for that purpose, and now I feel really dumb.
It's
So we
like
could have used the pitten to avoid stepping in the bed.
no, it's
No.
like I wrote down here. A natural one is the bear trap finding roll, and then Wally.
Oh, honey.
2 nat ones.
Oh, my
We need to
love.
do combat so I can undo that.
Oh, dude.
And this is just. Is there any like significance in this little corner here? Is it just
No, it's just
a
a
painting
yes,
or a...
yes. So that little corner there that you're highlighting is the furnace. It's gone out long ago already, but this is where they reforged some things and they needed some fire.
Is there anything in it?
There's ashes and burnt detritus.
Yeah.
Nothing useful anymore. Yeah, basically everything I listed is the useful stuff you found.
Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry.
I know a spell that would be very useful right now.
Both the trident and the pike, they're like regular everyday weapons. Nothing special about
Yes.
them. They don't look. Like,
Yes.
Um.
The room also looks like anything super valuable has been taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want a pike or a trident, Emma?
No, I'm quite fine, thank you. I have a special bond with my... I wanted to say shaft for a second, but
Oh,
No.
honey.
since everyone's mind is in the gutter,
Too much information for our friends.
I have a special piece of equipment that I
Happy,
grew up with.
Yeah, you do.
That
happy,
you grew up with. Oh my God.
happy marriage, you guys.
Sometimes it's
Okay.
I can
move.
use one hand, other times it's 2 hands, but depends
This
on
is
the day.
another door here.
Okay.
Changing the conversation.
Yes. So this one's another solid stone one. There is no indent or anything in here. You can't see a way to open it from this side.
Okay. So
It's
we can-
another situation of the stone is behind the little section where it could possibly slide away or further down.
And we're talking about the door now. Okay. So.
Okay. So I guess we've taken everything we can. Well, I'll pick up the weapons and I'll take them back in case anybody else wants them.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, the trident seems kind of cool. I don't know. We'll see how.
It's great arena weapon, or if you're eating a really big salad.
Or a really big salmon.
Yeah. Okay. So the other two are back in the sort of gym area. Tori, are you listening to the door? What are you doing to the door?
Yes, I'm listening to see if I can hear anything more of our ghosty friend.
Okay, a perception check. 23. Holy crap, Tori.
Woo!
You are the Lilu of this campaign. All right. So
I'm not nearly as lovable as Lulu.
okay.
No, now I can make fun of you with my voice, not just over text, Yitra.
Okay, I think I've missed something. Anyway, Tori, listening to the door, first thing you notice is that stale water, like a pool someone's left for, I don't know, a year. That kind of smell is coming strongly through the door. Or like when you find your lunchbox from grade 12, 10 years later.
Oh. Or when you find Wally's lunchbox from work 3 weeks late.
No, mine always gets washed at work.
Did it always get washed at work?
There was
Because I
one
never
time.
get my Tupperware back.
Okay, guys.
Oh, here.
Guys. Before the marriage breaks down. It's going so well.
It's called Tupperware, not Tupper here.
More song you were saying.
Sorry, somebody dying in the background. Okay, so you get the smell. You listen. You can hear the plop plop of something wet and watery on the other side. You can't hear the ghost.
So plop plop as in something is dripping, or something's walking and it has just been wet?
No, something is bubbling.
Okay. Alright, well, we should probably find the others.
Like the effervescent tablet of mystery.
Also called Eno.
Yes, he knows. Okay, guys, what's the plan?
He knows what?
Oh dear. Okay, we've come back into the place with the statuette.
Yes, I see that. Okay, so there's a staircase leading up. It seems to be leading up quite a long way. You can't see the end of it.
Okay. Let's reconnect with other people so we can figure out where to go. Where did other people go?
They went into the room with the booing, so it's this room down here.
And this is an open passageway down here?
Yes, all the way open.
Mystery dungeon. Okay. I guess we announced that we found stuff.
Amron holds up his bear trap and like, this foot disarmed the trap.
Tori
What?
falls apart laughing. Like she just falls on the floor with tears running down her face laughing at him.
It's a very effective trap.
Uh-huh. And you're okay?
Magic.
I mean, your foot? Okay. Huh.
I mean, personally, I'm emotionally scarred for life.
Happens.
But his foot's fine.
Okay.
So we could go where the ghost went, but it smells real funny. I wouldn't go in there if I were you. Oh, and don't come too close to the circle. If you step
Oh, yeah, we'll
inside,
kill you.
it'll summon something.
What?
Oh. That too. Amaya enters through the side over
What?
here.
What was that sound?
Oh no, he walked into
Even
the circle.
inspects the circle.
No, I literally told you not to do it. Why would you do it?
Okay, so
Intelligence.
Amron, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. And whatever you
Oh, dear.
roll.
It
3.
was Speak magic.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
as you step in there, you feel really weird.
His wisdom save is 10.
I know.
I don't think that's any better.
Oh, it's slowly sucking the life out of you, man. You better get out of that circle.
This is.
Oh, I think he's gonna puke.
Well, that is. I just wanted to see what.
Get out of the circle, mate.
It's summoning my lunch.
Oh god, I'm not. I don't have
Your
something
lunch-
for this.
Okay,
Question.
yes.
Mage Hand Legerdemain lets me retrieve an object.
Yes.
Can I pull him out of the circle? Does he count as an object?
It does not count as an object. You are not allowed to objectify Amarin.
Thank you,
Push
sir.
him?
Yet. Hey? Sorry?
My suggestion, maybe push him.
Well, yeah. So as Amarin sort of wanders off to the side to throw up under the power of placebo, Amaya opens the door. There is a bath in this room. It is green, it is gunky, completely overrun by algae. So it's not in the floor, it's sort of built up with like a brick perimeter close to you, up to like chest height. On this little brick wall of the bath, there are several candles, most of them burnt down just to sort of little creepy wax shapes. And there's quite a lot of bronze coins in little towering piles on this wall, as if they were placed here very carefully and deliberately.
Can I take my quarterstaff and I'm going to not to disturb the water too much, but just kind of like dip it into this corner of the bath and just, I want to feel how deep it is.
Okay, so it gets to about where the floor is, so that it's not very deep.
Okay.
And as you pull your staff out, you feel a slight tug, as if something briefly nibbled on your quarterstaff.
Either the water is hungry or something's in there. Amaya looks over to Tori.
A bubble reaches the surface, and because the water's so gunky, it's sort of one of those sticky bubbles that's kind of filmy. And
Oof.
it pops, and then that smell is terrible.
I will lift an edge of my cloak and kind of like wrap it around my nose and my mouth.
Water is
And
making
I'll
slimy
poke again.
sounds.
Oh, this is almost as bad as that time where I was drinking with the Minotaur, and you know he got pissed off his ass drunk, and somehow I was in bird form when I woke up, but he was sitting on my head. It was bad. It's very bad. They swear a lot, gladiators. She's man.
Not all of them, but okay.
Well, I have questions. Okay. Anyway.
I poke it again.
Okay.
Maybe you should stop antagonizing it if you said it might be awake.
Okay.
It's eating the thing.
Would you like being poked in the face?
Okay. So, Amaya, I need you to roll a percentage die for me.
Okay.
No. When the D100 came out, it's always a problem.
Oh,
50.
man. Straight
Okay.
down the middle.
Okay. So, the fish gods are not on your side, but you did feel a brief nibble of something. And you can also see a dark shape in the murky water quickly dart around.
It might be fish.
You want to go fishing?
No,
I
but
haven't
what
tried
kind
it.
of fish could survive?
I could purify the water if you want.
Might not be a bad idea. We can figure out what else is in here. Maybe it's the ghost. You said he's pretty strong. Maybe he's
Oh
strong.
no, the ghosts look like something fierce.
I don't know. I can't see through the water, so...
So do you think it would technically count as a drink if I purify it?
Yes.
Oh, alright. She'll step forward and she'll take a bit of that dark sand out of her pocket and sprinkle it over the water.
Okay. So you watch as steadily the water seems to clear. The green goes away. It becomes clear water. And inside, swimming around, looking rather relieved yet slightly stupid, is what appears to be a large golden carp.
Oh, we should tickle it. If you tickle it, you might get a wish.
Amaya's gonna crouch down and she will use her magic to create some good berries. And she'll hold one out towards the carp.
Okay. It sort of rushes up and snaps it out of your finger.
Tickle it!
I don't think it's gonna allow me to do that, but I will give it a try.
I could jump in there and wrestle it for you and hold it, and then you can tickle it
think
under its
that's-
chin.
Necessary.
She looks like ready to jump into the water for you.
Okay, as you guys do that, Amron and Cameron, what are you doing?
Staring at the circle, wondering what it does.
Checking up on Amron. Is there anything? Sorry, is there anything in this room behind us?
Okay, make a investigation check for me, please.
Ooh.
Do not check behind the curtain. There's not a man there saying anything. It's not a wizard.
Well, wrong reference.
Is there ever
Investigation.
a right?
Yes, please,
The right one.
investigation. 6. Oof. Okay, there's a lot of dried goat around.
What?
Yeah, I told you there was meat.
It's a biltong station for goat.
I don't want to know how old that biltong is.
It's not. It seems pretty intact. It's not rancid. This has been used often and recently.
Yeah. Can I go in and like make a closer look?
Yep. So there's quite a lot of goat pieces here. Nothing valuable. This seems to be like a pantry sort of thing for whoever's living in this place. The ghost.
Okay. The goat eats goat meat.
It's a face.
I'm just gonna say that this is sounding less and less like a ghost. Okay. The magic circle clearly affected Amron very badly, so
Make an
we'll avoid that.
insight check for me.
Insight? Sure, as soon as I find it. Okay.
14. It didn't look. It doesn't look so arcane and dangerous as Amron might have experienced it.
Okay, well, we'll just skirt around it anyway. I mean, we don't need to mess with things. Do we hear anything about the fish?
You could hear the splashing and Tori's voice shouting, "I can get in and wrestle it."
And tickle it, tickle it?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You guys can ignore that. I know.
Do we want to ignore it? I think I want to find out what the hell's going on with the thing.
Okay.
I'll move this way.
Alright, so as you get into that room, there is the remnants of that weird stale water smell, but there's a clean pool where you can see Tori's currently in the water.
She's like slowly wading in, trying to convince the carp to let her tickle him.
Make an animal handling check for me, please.
Oh boy. Hey!
Okay, so you sort of go towards it, arms wide, legs wide, waddling towards it, and eventually it swims past you, and you go tickle, 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 and you're like, oh, it's slimy, but then you did it.
I did! I'm gonna get a wish, guys. Looks
the
very
carp
chuffed with
offer her
herself.
a wish?
I guess if you believe, maybe.
Does it evolve?
There's only
Could be a
one.
magic carp.
There's only one way to find out.
Gotta
I
keep it for
do
500
too.
years.
Let's get you to level 20, buddy.
No, we
We
have
can
to
do
put
this.
it in. We have to put it in the arena and make it fight a turtle.
Oh, no.
Guys, you make my Bulbasaur. Okay. Um,
I don't know if you can hear the hand claps, but yes.
yes, thank you. Um,
I
You're
don't
such
want
a
to leave the fish here.
Mander.
and just so you know, Amaran, you get a second card for that. Because you got the reference. Okay.
I got it. I said it
Tori
was
is
a
head in the
magic
water
carp.
and she's like, her eyes are closed and she's like standing, wishing real hard. And then she opens her eyes and looks at you guys.
Okay.
I
Nothing.
guess it didn't work.
Nothing happened.
Well, maybe this magic carp's a bit tired from all its water being all gross and things. She takes out a little bit of her ration and sprinkles it in the water for him and waits out.
Okay, gobbles it up.
Amaya gathers the rest of the good berries that she made and pockets them. I guess we go after the ghost?
Or does this fish look in any way magical, or is Tori nuts?
You don't know my life.
More than one
At
thing can
this
be
point-
true at the time.
Yeah, at this point I was like, can we just say yes to this question?
Make a nature check for me, please.
Oh no, no. Where's the druid?
Not far.
Right, I'm right here.
Okay, 17. This is a very strange carp. You don't really usually get them in sparkly gold.
Fair enough.
So it's definitely different. Might explain the collection of things on the rim of the bath, for example.
Can we
Can I
look at
throw a
her?
copper piece in?
Okay. It goes plop and sinks to the bottom. You also have a look. There's quite a lot of coins scattered at the bottom of this thing. Most of them have gone green and yucky.
Can I pick up one of those bronze coins,
Yes.
throw it in, and make a wish?
Okay. Please whisper me a wish, not a witch.
How do I do that?
So you type /W
Forward slash.
In which one?
in the
Roll 20?
In the chat command, yeah.
Yeah.
So /W and then
Okay.
space GM
that's me.
and then space and then you can type in the wish. Amaya just stares at the coin that she threw in to see if there's any response.
I'm just doing this to mess with myself.
You say that now, and this is how you end up with many wishes.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yes.
How has this little thing survived in this water for so long?
I'm gonna take out all the coins that I took off of their eyes. All the coins that I took off of their right eye.
Okay.
Just the right eye. And I'm going to scatter them in the water.
Okay.
Make several wishes at once.
And I'm going
can
to say a prayer to Morpheus to comfort the carp while it is here in isolation and give it the most wondrous dreams to keep it busy.
Okay. Noted.
Amaya's going to collect 3 of those coins and hand one to Tori and Amran, since Carmen's already thrown one, and then she'll toss one in, following what Carmen had done.
Okay.
And then again, just like you see her throw it in and immediately like peer into the water to see what happens.
What's this for?
I,
I don't
mean-
throw it into the water.
Are we throwing things into poor Carp now? I feel like he's had a miserable lot, don't
I
you?
mean, they can't really eat coins, can they? Maybe
says
that's why it's gold.
says
I think you guys should be tickling him rather, you know?
That didn't go very well. But
Like
okay.
what I did, I
Amaya-
sprinkled them around the base of the whole thing. At least I didn't throw it at his head, you know?
At this point, my suggestion is to take the coins from them, ask them if they'd ever wish for something, what it would be, and then make the wishes on their behalf.
Amy learns something there, Karma.
Amron, my man, I'm never gonna tell you what to do, but I mean, if I were you, I know what to wish for. How's our natural ones
You
go?
said you can never roll a nat one ever again.
Get halfling's luck.
Okay, guys.
Well, I have a wish.
Okay, please whisper me your wishes. The wig's been too long to say that properly. And if
I
you're,
was about to be like, I wish for a kitten.
you
And
got,
I got one.
you got one. All right.
I have 16 cats that you can choose from.
No thanks, I have my babies.
Two's enough for now. We just need to make sure this one is raised.
They're all looking for homes and they're very cute.
So what do we do with this? And she like waves the coin about. Are you paying me for something?
Tori, close your eyes.
Okay. She closes her eyes.
Okay,
And
if
drop the coin in the pool.
She drops the coin in the pool. But she cracks one eye open to make sure she doesn't hit the carp in the head.
right, I'm getting the idea that Tori's kind of like a chaotic Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls, yeah.
Okay, if you're in the chat and you're not a player in the current game, yes, you can also whisper me a wish and see what happens. In the context of the game, I can't give you a yacht. I can barely buy one for myself.
Oh, damn it!
Oh, I mean, like model yacht.
How did you know I wanted a yacht?
I don't know. Okay.
Merton is wishing for intelligence. I hope you're wishing for intelligence. Although I guess, how could you wish for intelligence? If you have low intelligence, how would you know that you have low intelligence?
I'm happy. Ignorance is bliss.
I didn't know you changed your name.
As a teacher, I can 100% guarantee that people with low intelligence are not aware that they have.
Yes. Oh, solid teacher. Okay. So
Amron will flick the coin, do his wish, and then also, as instructed, we'll try and tickle the fish.
make an animal handling check.
Do it.
Amaya was about to exit.
But he does it so hardly. Like, this is not like just
Sorry, get
half-assed,
super
I'm gonna tackle the
excited.
fish.
She's
He
just
like
like-
literally leaps and tries to grab this fish.
No, you gotta be gentle.
Amaya face palms as she kind of backs away from the
Why
pool
is she so
area.
savage?
Yes.
You're gonna give the fish a heart attack and it won't
Gotta be all
go how we should.
gentle like, man.
Okay. So.
So he wades into the water and smacks it.
Okay. Okay. Wait. So, what happens is, focus shot on Amaya. She turns away. Face palms a splash behind her, as we see blurred in the background Amron wading into the water, trying to attack the fish. He looks up, bright-eyed, eyes shining, face smiling. I've got it. As Tori's hand comes down and slaps him.
Gotta be gentle, like, yeah?
And then the
Well,
fish gets away.
Tickle it! God damn it. Oh, damn
Take
it.
her under the chin, quick!
Okay. And he starts tickling Tori under the chin.
Okay.
No, the fish! She just falls upon laughing into the water and sinks low. Trying to catch the fish so Amron can tickle it under the chin.
Amaya shares a look with Carmen. She doesn't say anything, but she just looks at Carmen and then looks at the pair in the water. Should we keep going?
Before we go, does anybody want a trident?
A what now?
Sure.
Yep. We picked up another room, a trident, a pike, tinker's tools, and pittons.
Yeah, I could stab someone with a trident.
Pittons. It's like useless little things, but you stab them.
Kittens? You found kittens?
No, Tori, sorry.
Well, I don't know how we were gonna be looking after kittens, but there's that.
We can't even look after the fish in the pond for 5 minutes.
Well, we tried, hey? That's all that matters, really.
How about we keep going ghost hunting and leave
Oh.
the fish alone? He's been fed. Made a wish. Maybe. At the very least, we can try to figure out how to get out of here.
Where we were, there's another stone door, so, and downwards. So, where are we going?
Tori
Tori's
said she saw
gonna
the
take the
ghost this way.
trident and give Carmen a pike. Not a pike, a mace. She's gonna give Carmen a mace.
Sorry, I was off for a second. Is the mace a one-handed weapon?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair trade. I'll accept.
Amaya meanders down this direction, looking out for ghosts.
So what? Wait, what did you guys find? Did you guys just find a bunch of nice things? You were saying you found some kind of door.
Just another stone door. This one doesn't have anything special.
Well, then I guess the question is, do you want to go ghost hunting, or do you want to go and explore more up there?
Well, we're here to find things, and the best way to find things is to look for them.
You're a very astute observer, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Either way.
How do I add a mace to my list?
Okay. So on the eye icon so there should be an eye icon above the chat. It says compendium. You search mace in there. It should come up, and then you drag it into your sheet. If it doesn't work, I can do it for you.
Try that.
Okay. So what's the plan, guys?
Following Amaya.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
Amaya's heading.
all right. So there is another doorway over here, blocked by rubble. And then this down here, at the edge of your vision here, you can see that there is an elaborate carving on this wall over here.
I will go towards the carving.
Okay. So, in this room, there is a great carving on the wall. It is depicting glorious fighters of the arena. The background is dominated by a volcano, and I need everybody to make an insight check quickly.
Quickly! Quickly! Okay, why is my character sheet being so clear?
Well,
Amaya sees all.
Okay.
She's trying her best.
Okay, so the Tori 14, Amron 15. No, sorry, Tori's 13 there. Cameron's 9, ouchie. Maya / Lilu 25. Man. Yes. So, as everybody's looking at it like, oh, nice volcano. That's interesting. Amaya goes, hang on, the outside of the city is all covered in ash and things like that, yet the landscape is perfectly flat. It's volcanic ash, but no volcano on this island. Isn't that weird? Yet here's a volcano on the depiction of the island on this carving. Anyway, there are 8 figures on the wall, each gladiators of some shape or form. Left to right, they are as follows. The first one has a pike and a feathered helm. The next one has a short sword and a buckler. The third has a bow and arrow. The fourth has a trident and a net. The fifth seems to be casting fireball. The sixth is holding a large sword, a great sword. The seventh is short of stature, with a horned helm, brandishing a forged baguette.
Oh, baguette?
Eighth is a tall elvish figure, seemingly summoning a lot of moths. A druid.
A baguette?
Yes. It seems
That's
to.
the French bread.
Yeah. So the seventh one there is wielding dwarf bread.
Ah.
Uh,
I'm going to turn to Amran. You picked up that statue, right? Doesn't it look like that first one?
it does.
I mean, it's a little tall to be a dwarf, but... Oh, you mean that one? Yes.
Yeah. Huh.
And, I mean, we found a trident, and... What were we looking for?
Clues. But the only thing that's strange about this is that volcano. Doesn't quite add up.
We didn't see any volcanoes in the land above, did we?
No, absolutely not. That's what Amaya's insight revealed.
But... Oh no, that's in Dire Cinder. I was like, I have a little jar with really black sand.
Well... I mean, it could have exploded, and... This is just what's left.
Oh, it's probably an omen, you know. Volcanoes gone pop up from nowhere because someone pissed off some other god. True story. Happens all the time.
I mean, you're not wrong. Stranger things have happened.
So
Oh, we should probably tell the townsfolk that they're all gonna go up in a fire blaze, you know.
I think not. No.
Oh, better be forewarned. I mean, we could save lives.
Or we could just be causing a panic for no reason.
Oh, but omens like these, they shouldn't be ignored.
Can't fault you with that one. Something just doesn't sit right with this.
That's what omens do. They make your gut feel all funny.
Amaya, at the corner of her
Whoa,
eye,
whoa,
Amaya
whoa,
sees
whoa.
Amran wander off, and her eye twitches.
yeah, careful. You're not allowed in there.
Who's this dinner, dude?
As I think it's Z in the chat vote wished for waffles. Somebody out there, please get the man a waffle.
Drown the world in waffle. Whoa.
Okay, guys, what you doing? So there's a path down here. There's a path here. Where you go?
I'm gonna make a quick sketch of this volcano wall.
Okay. So do you need a recap on the warriors there? You good?
Yeah, I need to type it out, but I'll have to rewatch the stream.
Okay.
I just.
I got it. I'll put
this
it in chat.
passage-
Thank you.
I just want to confirm this passage goes back where. Okay. I'm just gonna walk up here.
Yes, it does. It does.
I'm gonna try the other one.
I have a question, but I'm gonna whisper it to you.
Amaya's going to stand at the edge of the passageway just to keep an eye on the two of them wandering off while Tori draws the things.
Okay. So there is more rubble on the side. There's a door here. Wooden door this time. Down the passage is blocked by a wooden door over here. And there's an opening over here.
Amron's gonna look to Carmen and be like, touch his nose and be like, and he's gonna hold out his hand towards the door. I'm assuming it's a doorknob,
Yes.
and a small little gush of wind goes forward, and this little luminescent butterfly, this lunar butterfly, comes to life and goes to sit on the doorknob before turning it.
Okay.
And then I'm basically casting Mage Hand.
No,
As
that's awesome. And as it does that, it realizes the door is locked.
Oh my!
I'm
sorry.
so
Yes.
sorry. I'm so
Yes.
sorry.
I forgot. I need to try and hit it first.
Oh no! Oh my god.
Okay. So you make a scratch in the door.
And I try again. Just because that's step by step now.
Can I just go around the side and try to open it from the side?
No. So just to confirm, this is rubble at the top. The door is to the
okay.
south. Sorry. Limits of the drawing. No worries.
Can I use Mage Hand Legerdemain to open it with Thieves' Tools?
Of course you can. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to roll Thieves'
yes.
Tools?
Yes, you do. Should use dexterity, unless it doesn't ask you.
I got the thing.
Okay. Ooh, perfect. Unlocked.
Oh my god. Why do I have to go around opening doors for this?
Very romantic of you.
I know, anti-feminist. But
What?
or is it pro-feminist? I guess I guess it would be pro-feminist because he's not opening the doors.
He loosened it for you.
Yeah. Thank you so much once again for the other door.
This is
The
strange magic.
tickles are-
So I can't open it myself. I have to force it. Then someone else is open it. This is
Takes a woman's
Weird
time,
ritual.
Cameron.
You will walk in and be like, yes, a room.
Cameron.
Okay. I'm gonna
Oh,
tell.
sweet summer child.
Wait, the door is this way? I thought the door was this way. Oh, there's nothing there.
No, it's down, down,
Yes.
yes. Okay.
Let me
so
help with that. Let me freehand that one for you. Just that it be. You said purple, right? You've been using purple for stuff.
yes.
There we go. Don't do that. There you go.
Thank you. Right. So here is another door. There are several cabinets, some of which have been broken open. This seems to be a doctor's office of some description. There is one cabinet that is too high for a 3-foot high ghost to reach. That seems to have a collection of potions in it, completely intact.
Do they kind of look familiar? of the healing variety.
Yes.
Oh,
We can take them
those?
back to that owl person. She seems to be able to tell us a lot about magical items.
Well, these ones I know, these are actually healing potions. At least some of them. At least they got the right consistency.
Okay, so the cabinet is opened easily enough with people who aren't by people who aren't vertically challenged. Inside, you find that there are 6 intact potions of healing, just normal potions of healing, and then another one that's a sort of browny, yucky color, labeled Potion of the Brute by a little tag around the top.
Now, here's a question. Out of character. If a person sips a potion, does the effect happen, or do you have to drink the whole thing?
Okay, so when you're trying to identify it, if you're gifted in survival or mostly arcana, you can guess it by sipping it, but for the effect, you need to down the potion.
Okay.
No.
I'm trying to learn it.
Just down a random potion.
No, sip it. That's what we're talking about.
Okay, I was like, what?
I'm gonna sip it down.
I
A
Even-
random potion, it's clearly labeled.
Would you mind? I'll take just one healing and then that particular one.
So
Curious.
there's only one potion of the brute.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So everyone else gets a bunch of them. I want to try that one to try and figure it out.
Okay.
If that's all right. There's a bunch of potions in here, and one labeled a brute. I want to try and figure it out. Is that okay? Shouts to
I'm
people.
good with it.
Abaya,
Survived
would
the bear trap.
I remember this type of, or have encountered a potion like this?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. So this is illegal in arenas, as it makes fighters stronger when when they're under the effects. However, they take some time to recover once it wears off. It's seen as unsporting.
Ooh, magical steroids.
Well, you're more than welcome to try it, but I can tell you what it does.
Oh,
Okay, so
I've seen them before.
and
Gives you enough strength for a bit, and once the effects wear off, it takes its toll on the drinker.
well, do you maybe know who usually made it, or how did they do it?
I guess people who would work in a room like this.
okay, description of the potion in the chat.
Hot damn.
Nice.
Well, I could see if I can recreate it if I just try and maybe figure out what it tastes like. So maybe I can figure out what plants it uses. But that's for another day.
Would I know anything about how it's made?
No, but you know what it does and how it's been discouraged. Yeah,
Oh.
so it's a secret recipe.
I just know that some people used to use them, give them the edge in a fight. Wasn't really well received, pretty much frowned upon, but I guess if you want to use it, just go ahead. Or replicate it, maybe? Sure.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm gonna go fight a gladiator in front of an audience using it. I just, if we need it, perhaps we can use it, but I'd rather just figure it out. I like to figure things out like this.
I mean, if you found it here, chances are whatever made that, you might find traces of it here.
Oh, that's a fair point. Also,
Where did
there's
you
a
find
door.
it?
Oh, cupboard. Points to Carmen. Not the cupboard.
I'm gonna look around the room and see if there are any traces or pieces of what could have been ingredients, I guess?
Okay, investigation.
Components?
Investigation.
Oh dear.
Okay.
And so smart. But
Yes.
okay.
It's okay, it can't go that wrong, can it? 18.
Hey!
Wow, that's a natural
I'll
18.
take it!
Okay. You don't see anything. This is more of a treatment area than it is a brewing area. So this is a storage
Oh.
cupboard. So if there is, it's not in this particular room. But still good thinking. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
She's wise. She's not too bright, but she's wise. Huh.
Can I? Thank you, Amron, for the potions. Can I do an investigation check to see if there's anything valuable in the room? But I'm assuming it's pretty much empty.
It's not gonna help after.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's kind of it. Because everything's gonna been ransacked.
Is this another door?
Yes, it is.
Okay, where's the bird?
The bird went down the hallway.
Hello? Hello? Tori! This way!
He howls like a wolf.
Okay. As you do that, Tori, where you are in the hallway, so there's a wooden door over here, and then there's an entrance partly obscured by one side of the door closed. Again, you can see what appears to be a magic circle of some description, and there is whispered voices inside this room. As you peer into it, you can see two figures, two little ghosts, sheets, eye holes, everything, apparently arguing with each other. And then they look up and notice you.
She's gonna stage whisper, "What are we arguing about?"
One of the ghosts raises its hands in the sheet and goes, "Ooh!" And then the other one whispers something arcane sounding, and the circle flares to life, and a ghostly figure materializes. They look at each other, slightly surprised, and then run into this little room over here.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Into
running
which
the
room?
To the left?
So you can barely see it, I think.
Oi, guys! I found the ghost! She looks very excited.
Okay. So
And you made little ghostlings! Once.
So, right here in the middle of the circle is what appears to be a Spectral Gladiator, squaring up with a sword and a shield.
Oh.
Well, it's been good knowing you guys.
Okay, judging by the purple squares, she's in this next room. Can we tell through the door that it is the next room?
Yes, you could hear all those sounds I described through the door here. The door is locked.
Locked.
Yes.
Okay. Can I use Mage and Thieves tools?
Yes, you can. Please roll me a thief tools. 25. Oh, easy enough. Great lock-picking rolls, by the way.
Right. Thank you. Yay, I'm good at something.
Okay. So
This probably means I'm going to roll a whole bunch of natural ones in combat, just so everybody is aware.
we'll see.
Mhm.
Okay, so just as you open the door, Cameron, you can see over here in this little room beyond everything, a little grate in the floor closes just as you open the door.
Not to be confused for an okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, a little grate. Oh, well done.
Am I allowed to go, or do I have to wait for initiative?
So the gladiator's not attacking, it's just standing there, squaring up.
Oh, she's gonna walk up to the circle, but not go into the circle. Just be like, "Hey, do you come here often? Like, this is like your home. You know, I
Right.
found these numpties on a ship. They seem to be collecting some people."
Okay. He's mostly see-through and looking ready for a fight. Staying exactly in the middle of the circle.
Well, I'm gonna hazard a guess and say no one break the circle. Just, you know, remember how bad it was when you stepped into that other circle, Admiral?
Oh,
So just don't break the circle.
uh, hmm. I hope I do this right. Please roll well. DM, would you mind if I attempted this?
Soul sight. You can absolutely do that. It has no effect.
Cameron kind of like gets a bad taste in his mouth and looks around and apologetically nods before he spits to the side. It's not real.
Oh, you can't say that. He's right there.
No, it's not a ghost.
I'm gonna take out my book and see if I can identify him.
Okay. So
Which one does he look like?
he looks like number 2.
Short sword and buckler. No.
Yes.
Yeah, short sword and buckler.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so I ran off to the thingies with the grates.
Okay, so it's quite small. It's 2 foot by 2 foot, right in the middle of the floor here. It seems to be some kind of drainage system that has been used as a hatch, where the ghosts escape down it.
Okay. I'm gonna sort of walk back into the room and mention that I saw the ghosts go that way, and then notice everybody staring at the
He's in the
spectral.
mural. Look at his weapons.
Poke him with the pike. He's not real.
Does he have any other markings on him? Any tattoos or wounds or anything that would set him apart?
Not that you can see. See, the problem is it's mostly see-through. Sort of this slightly blue shape in the middle of this summoning circle. Can't really make out scars or tattoos or anything.
Can I study the summoning circle to see if I can identify the runes that were used in their purpose?
Arcana check. 13. These are definitely legit. You get the idea that those in the room above, or to the north, were a layman's attempt to recreate these runes. These have been here much longer.
All right.
Can we search the rest of the room to figure out if there's any like levers or magical things to release him or whatever?
Investigation, please.
Am I the only one searching?
I think you are.
Yeah. Amaya's gonna try and communicate with this thing. I don't know if there's like a fighter's greeting or a fighter's like.
Okay.
Is there a phrase with the Palais fighters that they use?
There is a bow before a fight.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you do the bow, and the gladiator turns towards you and returns the bow. He seems to be waiting for somebody to cross into the circle. Cameron, you can find over here in the corner, it's the remnants of a table, and then there's scraps of arcane pages, as if they've been torn out of a spell book at some point. They are marked in grubby finger marks. Make a survival check for me.
No. Survival.
Okay. 8. Also, this is a good time to remind everybody that you've got cards.
Yeah.
Oh my god, can I add my card to that horrible roll I had just now?
No, it's too late. Sorry.
Okay.
You know, may as well.
I completely forgot. I was
Horrible
just
card.
sitting here like, what?
There it is.
Oh no, that's your card.
Yeah.
Snack.
It's not really any better.
Oh no.
I'm afraid a 10. They seem to be small little Yoda fingers. You don't know what they belong to.
Okay.
But yeah, they have been paged through quite roughly, treated quite badly. There's not enough here. Maybe somebody who's particularly trained in the magic arts could maybe decipher these, but they're quite old.
Okay.
That's all you can find at the moment. There are 8 pages in total.
Of all of us, it would be Tori, I guess. She is the most magical. Tori, are you the most magical?
I do consider myself to be quite magical, yes.
Consider
Yeah.
yourself.
Magical.
So just to get this straight, I shouldn't cross this barrier.
No,
To
you
fight
should
this
not. No,
Not spirit.
don't. Just
I don't know if we should, or if I should.
Why? Why would anyone go, what's the point?
I don't know.
We should all cross
It
over at the
makes
same
no
time.
sense. Why would we want to go into the magic guys?
Come
Come on, man.
Amron, please make me a religion check with advantage.
Can I check out this book that Carmen has?
Yes, I'm giving it to you, Tori. And there's 8 pages. I'm assuming it's 1 for each.
Nice.
Hey, Cameron.
A natural 20, brah.
Okay, hang on, I'm gonna give you a
The
whisper.
nat ones balance themselves.
Yes.
Only because of advantage.
I mean, there was an 18 there too.
With the cards, color doesn't really matter. It
No,
doesn't change anything.
no, it's just more for flavor. I made the
Oh,
cards.
damn it.
Sorry.
Thought I had a rare one.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun making them. There's 99 of the buggers. Okay,
You have a shiny emerald?
So many. It's hollow. Creak, creak.
hang on, I'm typing. Just hang on.
I thought the DM died. I was like, woo!
I'm getting there. Sorry, it's a long week.
No.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the vote of confidence there. Thank you. Okay. Okay, guys, stop it.
Right. Amron kind of like stumbles back. I'm assuming that little line under him is like a bench.
Yes.
That's intact.
Yes. It's dirty.
Amron kind of like wants to hold his amulet, but kind of just holds below it. As he stumbles back, eyes wide, and he's like, this is actually this is a spirit. He's been
Yeah.
put here. Someone has summoned this poor man's soul and trapped it here.
How do we free him?
I should fight him in the circle?
You should fight him?
Unless anyone else volunteers?
This is what I do.
we should jump into the circle at the same time.
If we're doing this, I don't think we should do it alone. I agree.
I think we're gladiators, not people of honor.
Not all of them.
Well, what do you feel from him?
Is there anything that I pick up from the gladiator?
So he seems, in your experience, to be quite a skilled fighter. He probably died in this arena. Okay, those two seem to contradict each other, but I hope that makes sense.
Do I find anything in these books? In this book?
Oh yeah, sorry. What was your Arcana? It was 13.
But I'm gonna use my card.
Okay, please use your card. +7. So okay. All right.
That's some big boobs.
Sorry.
I do like boobs.
Me too. Okay. Anyway, so focus. Yes. In these books, you find these seems to be the pages of some necromantic tome of some kind. It's incomplete. Whatever's been paging through this has been able to decipher some of the words, but not anything super useful. So either these have been brought here, or the book is here somewhere else.
Alright, I will keep them in my bag. Well, this is definitely some bad necromancy. And I mean, I told you this bloke lived here.
Well, he doesn't want to stay here. He shouldn't stay here.
If it's possible, we should free him.
Well, then let's do it. Tori's gonna move into the circle.
Do?
Okay, I need you to roll.
Can I grab her?
Actually, yeah, you could try. So, make a contested strength check. So, strength checks, both of you.
Oh boy.
-1. Okay.
Okay, she slips through your fingers as she weakly walks forward.
She weakly.
Wow.
Okay,
Maya's gonna step into the ring as well.
okay, I need everybody to roll initiative for me.
Click on token.
Can I keep my initiative from it?
Nope.
Rolls are not going well for me.
Okay, please remember to click on your token before you... Yeah.
I did do that.
That's
I clicked and it went weird.
Okay, don't roll again. I'll add your numbers.
How did I still end up with the lowest? Oh, I didn't. Okay. I was just like, what injustice is this?
Why do you have a 3.16 initiative?
It's a feature in the settings. It's just a tiebreaker.
It's
So the
for the
16
tiebreaker.
is Dex.
Oh, okay.
It's not essential. I mean, if there's a tie, I usually give people a chance to choose. Okay. Let me just find the battle music. Just a second. Looking for battle music. What happened to my battle music? Please stand by.
We're in the elevator waiting for the battle to start.
Okay. Whoa. Loud. Okay, Cameron, you go first.
Lucky me. When they stepped into the circle, did anything happen?
The gladiator reacts. He gets into a fighting crouch, gets his sword at ready to strike Tori first, as she was the first to enter the circle.
You said he has a sword and a buckler.
Yes.
Okay, I start by casting Slippery Fingers. Yeah. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Is it a non-magical item?
Oh, you'll have to find out.
Oh damn it. Okay, I'm going with it. I'm going to try and make the gladiator drop his sword.
Nice. Okay. Hang on, so he needs to make a... Come on. Is anything coming up?
Not yet.
No.
Oh, hang on. I think this thing is set to toggle whisper or something weird. Bear with. It's so secret even I can't see it. 18. Nope.
Okay. So you do not drop anything. Okay, fortunately that was good. Sorry. I don't know my spells. I'm bad.
That's okay. It's been a while.
Oh great, I have illusory script. I could forge it. Okay. We go for a hardcore, I guess. Normal attacking. Wait, I have a short bow. Can I draw my short bow and attack?
Sure you can, yes.
Does drawing a weapon counts as an action? No.
No.
Okay.
It's nothing unwieldy at the moment, so it's fine.
Okay, so I will draw my short bow and attack the gladiator.
Okay.
I thought you wanted to.
Okay, 25 absolutely hits. Please do damage. So you click short bow in the chat. Yes.
With sneak because of people next to him.
Yes.
Is it finesse weapon?
A ranged or finesse.
A ranged or finesse. Okay. Sorry, let me add sneak. Where's my sneak? Sneak.
7. Okay, thank you. Okay. Very nice. Anything else you want to do? You still got movement left.
No, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I'll stay where I am.
Nice. Okay, Amaya.
Okay. Do we count flanking for advantage?
We do?
Sweet. Okay, so she has had her quarterstaff readied from exiting the room once Carmen had unlocked the second door. Amaya is going to bonus action cast Nature's Smite. So her quarterstaff glows with a blue aura, and she's going to take a swipe at the guy in front of her. Hopefully it's a hit. Don't think a 12's gonna hit, but No, I'm not gonna use my card.
12 does not hit, I'm afraid.
That is my action.
Anything else you want to do?
No, bonus action and action.
Okay, gotcha. Tori. Tori.
Hello.
Hello.
That is me. I am Tori. I am going to use my new trident to stab him 3 new holes.
You're a salad.
I'm not gonna use my new trident to stab him 3 new holes.
Flex of his buckler.
That is all. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Okay. Amron.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Well, Amron's going to curse the man, he will hold out his hand towards him and be like, "We will set you free from these bad bonds that hold you here, these earthly magic," and he will cast Chill Touch on him. Oh, that's an advantage. My bad. Let me re-roll that. 15 anyways.
15 does not hit.
Oh,
Ooh.
hot damn.
No.
That
I will remind you that you do have 2 cards.
You are right. I will play this one.
Gooi
My super rare.
Okay, so a 19 absolutely does hit. Okay, so that's 2 points of necrotic damage.
And then you also can't regain until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
And Amron will step forward, holding his hand out still as these little butterflies kind of like jet through him. And look him straight in his dead eyes and say, like, "You and I shall do battle."
Okay.
And that's it. That's my turn.
Okay, so now the gladiator's turn. It can make 3 attacks. It's gonna be ouchy. First one on Tori. Second one on Amron.
Second one's at a disadvantage.
Okay, so 14 for that one. And then last one on Amaya. 15.
Oh no.
Okay, who does
It's a
hit?
miss.
Okay, it's a miss on Amaya. I think it's a miss on Amron. And it's a miss on Tori. Okay. Wow. That's his turn. Cameron.
Does this count as enough? Like, he's still within my view, right?
Yes, and you get sneak attack on with is surrounded.
Okay. I would also like to use steady aim
Okay.
to give myself advantage. Okay.
Okay.
So I use steady aim and then I aim.
Oh. Okay, yeah, so the 20 will be your roll because of advantage, so that's a hit. Very nice.
19.
Okay, that really worked.
That's all I can do because I can't move because of steady aim.
Okay, perfect. That is, you're doing the most damage. Okay, Amaya.
Okay. Seeing Amron step up and hearing his words, she tilts her head slightly and then nods. And you see her crouch down, and she's going to wild shape into a blink dog.
Okay.
And you see her kind of just like crouch, like where she is, her form just hunches over, and as she hunches over, that movement just like carries her forward, and it's almost like she falls to the floor, but as she rises, you see the form of the blink dog kind of take shape from where she was standing, and it lunges forward to take a bite.
Okay, go ahead.
Ookity.
13 does not hit.
That's my turn. Bonus action, wild shape, action attack.
Okay.
It's just like the snap of jaws, and there's this mist of cold air as you see its jaws are still carrying the same effect as her spell.
Side note, I like your cat. Okay. Tori.
I'm gonna try and skewer some more holes into him again.
6.
Nope.
No.
I do not skewer any holes. Wow, guys, we're really having a good time at this.
I need
We're so good at this.
I need you to roll again because that's
teleport.
Oh, okay. Yes.
That's the thing.
Do you have advantage?
Yeah.
Maggie?
Tori, you've got
Oh, well,
advantage.
it's fine. I'll stay there.
12 also doesn't hit.
This is going real well, guys. It's going real well.
Yeah. Amryn.
We are but level 3, everyone. Damn it, I can't maneuver about for anything particular, so what I'll do is... Amren's gonna clutch, like full-on clutch his amulet, close his eyes for a second, and under his breath he'll say, just for a moment. And there's a little bright white spark, this little kind of mark appears on the ghost's forehead, and I will use my Hexblade's curse on him.
Very nice.
So that's my bonus action and action. I'm gonna try and smack him.
Okay, that's a hit. Just
That one is 2 off, so that's 13 bludgeoning.
okay, what does the Hexblade curse do again? I just don't double
I
check.
just crit on 19s and deal extra damage according to my proficiency.
Okay, gotcha. No problem. So that's a hit. That's one hell of a hit, by the way. Minus 11. Okay, very nice. What else you got?
That's me.
Okay, so this is the scene right now. You guys are standing in this circle.
Sorry.
No problem. You can use your hand whenever you. Okay. The gladiator, Spectral Gladiator, standing in the middle of the circle, unable to leave the circle as he engages the people around him. He's going to make 3 attacks again. Going Tori, Amryn, Blink Dog. So Tori. Come on, roll.
No, thank you.
That's 11. Amryn.
No, no.
Has he still got disadvantage?
No, it's
No.
just for that one
So
round.
23. Amaya, 26.
I'm gonna use silvery barbs
Okay.
when he attacked me.
Okay.
So there's kind of like these dark vines crawl out around Amryn's feet and jump up to the ghost's weapon, kind of just like moving it about, making it a little harder to hit him.
Okay. So that makes it a 16 instead.
That's fine. I'm still getting hit, but I'll give myself advantage on the next one.
Okay. So first damage is Amryn. That's 16 force damage. And on the blink dog, it's 13 force damage.
There's a yelp from the blink dog.
Okay. So that's his turn. Cameron.
Right, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Slippery Fingers again.
Okay.
Because he's doing way too much damage.
Okay. Charisma. 18. Oh, man, he's charismatic.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna yell at everybody, could you please start hitting him? And then I'm going to... as soon as I can find where I did with my character sheet. Cool. Boom.
16 hits.
Yes! Be 17 damage.
Okay. Very nice. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. Now down to the blink dog as you're facing the gladiator in the unbroken circle.
My con save is gone, so I've lost concentration on my nature spite. Bite. I will again try to hit the thing. Well, bite the thing.
Do the thing.
I'll do the thing. 21!
It's
Yay! For 3. Wow. Oh, wait, no, wait. It's meant to be +3.
okay. So 6.
Yes.
Very nice.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to swipe at it for a scratch.
Okay.
16!
Hits.
Yay! For 5.
Okay. Very nice.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Finally, Tori.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm just checking the spell quickly.
No worries.
Oh gosh, that's way too long to read on the fly.
Read it on the screen.
It's fine. I'm just going to slap him on the bicep and inflict wounds. Okay.
Nice. Do damage.
Let's do it.
That's a miss.
Well,
No,
I
you
try.
roll again because it's advantage.
Is there a... I'm so confused. I didn't know.
What's wrong?
No, I was confused.
Okay, that's a hit. So that is a total of what's that? 26 damage.
Yep.
Very, very nice. Okay, so at this point the ghost starts flickering. He's still there, but barely. Amron.
What is the circle's sigils made out of?
It's painted on the floor.
Do I have something to scratch that shit out?
Is it a stone floor?
Yes.
You'll have to wash it.
You know what? It's fine for now. I'll do my thing. Amon looks around to the ladies and like, do any of you know how to not have this magic around? And
I'm
before
glad.
he
I'm just glad you didn't go. Do any of you know how to wash a floor?
I wasn't gonna say that.
Blink dog growls.
I like where my life is at, you know, currently. Do this. Okay.
When did you just happen to have a scrubbing brush on you?
Following
Backpack.
in Tori's footsteps, Amron kind of like dips his battle axe a little bit and tries to put his hand on the ghost and also casts inflict wounds.
Go for
Damn it! I should have wished for under.
it. 17 hits. Okay,
That's 26, 28 damage.
Amrit, how would you like to do this?
Wally hasn't heard those words in a
Ever.
long time.
I never get to kill the person.
That's not true. Raz used to kill people all the time.
Do the thing.
Amron leans forward and his hand touches the spirit, and as you can feel the energy fades, he's gonna say, "Go rest now," and let the magic just do its thing.
Okay, and as you do that, you can see his ghostly face, and you can hear briefly, "Finally." And he disappears.
He didn't even say thank you.
The full team
Toss
itself.
The sigil is still on the floor.
We need to eradicate this circle. And probably find whoever's doing this.
Eradicate's a good word. I was just gonna try and wash this.
Okay, so as the battle comes to an end and you step out of the circle, you hear the clink of stone on stone. And you look back, in the center of the circle is a rectangular stone tablet with a man's face in it.
Does the face look familiar?
Yes, that's the one reflected in the first mirror.
The blink dog will teleport towards it and paw at it.
How heavy is it?
It weighs as much as a overfed chihuahua.
Oh, so not too much. I pick it up
Makes a hell of a lot of noise.
and I pat the blink dog on the head.
This purple means we can't go through here at all.
There's a stone door there, yes.
Cameron, what do you turn into?
A kick-ass spider.
A spider?
No, wait, no. I turn into a bitch.
Also a dog. Because everyone in this whole party turned into an animal.
No. I
No.
just turn into a really horrible person that students hate. But that's
I don't turn into an
in
animal.
character, nothing.
So you hear a voice echo through the dungeon as somebody shouts, I changed genders.
I don't turn into an animal.
But the bird thing.
What about the birthing?
Birds are animals.
I'm gonna sniff this direction.
Right.
See if I can pick up a trail.
I should
In
turn
that
into
grates
something.
thing, there's a sewer thing.
Okay, so you find it easily enough. It's got a very strong smell, and I need you to make a nature check with advantage. Blink dog.
Oh dear.
Amron's gonna
There's no
rush,
intelligence there.
rush over and get some water from the goldfish to try and scrub off the floor.
Okay, that's good enough. In your doggy form, you smell the following.
Silence descent.
Music. I'm feeling it.
Oh, I'll use my card. I may as well.
No, it's fine.
Why
It's
not?
good enough. It's good enough. It's good enough. Don't use your card.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
I
typing.
don't use my card.
Yes, you keep your mental stats.
Amaya is not smart. Okay.
Okay.
She's very wise.
I
Not
feel
smart.
like you're being mean to Amaya, and I would stand for it.
Jar.
Yeah, you jar.
What is
Jar.
what is jar?
Yeah, you jar.
What is jar?
When you insult yourself or belittle yourself in front of people, you gotta pay a fine.
You should. Wally came up with a system to get me to stop being self-deprecating.
But I'm good at that.
That's what I said.
Which weirdly is not self-deprecating.
Actually, yes.
My
You're
one
positively
great
horrible
skill-
to yourself.
Yes.
My one great skill in life is making myself feel crap. Yeah.
Oh
How far, like, is there a
Okay.
through the grate? Can I see through it? Can I
So-
see where it leads to,
Okay. So
like a
it's,
passage or anything?
yeah. So it goes down a couple of feet and then twists to the right. If you look at the map.
Okay. I'm going to, staying in Blink Dog form, I'm going to look at Tori. And there's like a small bark. And then I wag my tail as I teleport back to the room. and then trot back to where the grate is.
Tori will. Sorry, I missed half of that because Wally was waltzing around. Tori will take a step forward, burst into raven form, fly to where she stood in the room, and then fly back and burst back into her human form in a spray of feathers.
But I
That's a
don't
soft
feel
huff. And the dog, I sit down, kind of impatiently, like
Can
pulling
I
at
get
the
an
grate.
insight check to see if I can try and figure out what she's trying to tell me?
I could make you do that, or we can keep this going. But okay, do. 19. Okay, so she's trying to say that something went this way.
No, I'm
Do you
trying
need
to
to
say
sit down
I
a
can
well?
go through and see if I can open it from the inside.
Okay, so you just got to note that the blink dog is a bit bigger than the passage.
I can go
Right,
through.
sorry.
On the other hand,
In that case, there's a sigh, and then the swirl of I can't think of a summer flower. But
Bougainvillea.
Nightingale.
Wisteria.
we'll go with wisteria.
Flowers.
There's this swirl of wisteria that just kind of like envelops the blink dog, and as the flowers subside, Amaya reappears and the blink dog's gone. Goblins. Smells like goblins.
Oh, it must
It's
be
too
the
small for us to
ghosts.
go through there.
Oh,
but-
but I can fly through there.
Okay, well,
I
we
could
have
follow you.
the
but-
bait thing. And we could go around.
If I
That is true.
fly through, then perhaps, as you were saying, I could try open it for you.
Either way, I don't think we can go through there. We're too big.
Well, let me try then. I can always come back.
I'm gonna take a look around the locker room.
Okay,
Wow,
we go.
Tori.
investigation check. Tori, are you flying down there?
Yeah.
Amrin comes running back to the circle, holding his iron pot of water that he stole from the goldfish.
This poor Carp.
And he's like,
It is his only livelihood.
I just imagine this Mrs. Doubtfire thing. Help us on the way, dear! Help us on the way!
Oh boy.
Just
And then he will use some of his cloak, wow, this map's big, as a cloth to kind of like rub away at the ruins. See if that might work. Bit of water, bit of dirty cloak.
okay. So, Amaya's natural 20 there. You find a flame-tongued dagger, completely intact, wedged in the corner.
Hot damn.
Amaya kneels down where she found it, and remembering from back home something that she grew up with before she wound up in the arenas, she uses her magic to druidcraft, just starting something to grow where she found the dagger, and she'll tuck it into her belt.
Nice. And then, Tori, you bamf into your raven form, and I'm assuming somebody lifts the grate for you, and you fly down into the sewery bit, and it sort of goes down a bit, and then twists, and goes deeper into the complex. You flutter, fly about 40 feet, 50 feet, 60 feet, goes straight for a bit, then there's another corner, 10 feet, and then I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fun. Wah.
Okay, you dodge as a net just briefly misses you, like a butterfly net, as something tries to catch you, and you fly on and find an exit. And we will discover where you come out.
You hear in the perfect mimicry of Altair's voice, "Motherfucker!"
And then we will find out where you come out next session.
Okay.
Okay. And hopefully we'll have a full party then.
Hey.
Hey, okay, so everybody, that's the end. Don't be too excited.
Well, we're not, because there should be more.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I know there should be more. We've not played in a while. I missed this.
You know what gets me?
The
First
chaos.
time in so long I've planned out sessions ahead for my game,
Yeah.
and now we can't even.
Oh no, sorry. Well, anyway, let's just first say goodbye to the stream. So, firstly,
Bye.
join us next. Okay, let's try again. Let's
Join us next week for more shenanigans in the same world, but like on the other side of it.
To speak.
Sorry.
It's okay. She's.
Sorry, Marcel.
It's what I wanted to say. Thank you. That's fine. Thank you. Okay. Bye bye, stream.
Bye.